Star Wars journey, if you will, with my Star Wars collection. It is a small collection, but chipping away at it bit by bit. You know, some of you know the story. I used to have a rather large collection, and now I don't. And adding to the collection today, a little bit of a surprise, something I was not expecting at all, because it was a gift. It was a gift actually from LPH.
Yay!
Yay for LPH. Hip hip hooray. Because it's our anniversary. It's our anniversary this month. And she gave me this, along with a couple of other things, but she gave me this as a gift. And that is the Return of the Jedi speeder bike.
Ooh.
Return of the Jedi speeder bike, which is sealed, actually, which is kind of a surprise, because remember, guys, and if you're not young enough, you probably don't realize, or if you're not old enough, I should say, if you're younger, you probably don't realize, we used to open everything. So finding anything nowadays still sealed from this era is not easy. It's actually very difficult. And, you know, the box has a little bit of wear, but like I said, it has not been opened. The original Kenner tape is still on there, sealing the edges. That's their factory tape. Still has the little Kenner point on the bottom. Sometimes you see these even sealed examples with the point cut off, because people could mail away for stuff. Photo of the toy on the back. All of the Star Wars action, not the action figures actually had pictures from the movie, but the toys, the play sets and vehicles usually had a picture of the play set or vehicle, and that's what this is. But traditionally on the backs of the carded figures, they had photographs of the other action figures that were available. And they did not do that really with the vehicles, although there should be a catalog inside with whatever's available right now, and have like an instruction sheet with any assemblage that might be necessary, interior box, and a little catalog that says what else is available.
And the flap is not in horrible shape.
Yeah, there's a crack in it, but it's still erect.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, you know, I'm a stickler for flaps. A lot of times they're folded completely over.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something like one of these. And for some reason, you see I've got the Darth Vader and the Princess Leia that are still in the boxes here. People, for some reason, thought that was a lid instead of a flap. And so they folded it completely over. And, you know, I have a pet peeve about people who still fold them. Because they're like, oh, it's folded anyway, so what difference does it make?
Yeah.
And they'll keep folding it, and people are like, what's the big deal, dude? Well, if you keep doing it, eventually that flap will come completely off.
And I bought something, and it had a flap. And the person said in the description that, you know, they acquired it somehow or another, but it was already folded. And when they mailed it, they're going to fold it. And I'm like...
Dude,
just because you got it folded don't mean you have to
keep doing it.
But it actually wasn't as bad as I thought. So, you know.
Yeah, but that is a pet peeve of mine. But yeah, thank you so much for this.
Are you going to open it so you can look at the magazine that's inside?
I'm not opening this. You're nuts. It lasted this long, it can stay sealed.
I thought maybe you wanted to see the magazine.
I don't need to see the catalog. You can get the catalog. I just get it online. But yeah, stuff's still sealed. It's getting harder and harder to come by.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting anything Star Wars.
So with Star Wars now, is a bunch of different lines. What are they? Like you got that's the Jedi, you got Empire.
Yeah, we have Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Power of the Force, which is, you know, reissues of some of the action figures, but it comes with a coin attached to the package. And there's the Ewok and droids carded figures, which are real tough to come by, and they're actually based on the Saturday morning cartoons from that time period, from the early 80s. And, you know, those are the general lines. And then there's the tri-logo cards, which I showed a couple of weeks back because I had that one figure that I got. It's over here, actually.
Okay.
The,
uh-oh, something fell.
It's just a hook. The Gamorrean Guard on a tri-logo card. And again, wasn't expecting this either, but somebody offered it to me like really cheap. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. So, and all it is a card variant because it's got the tri-logo. There's a few other little basic variations, but for full runs, you know, like Star Wars Empire, Return of the Jedi, tri-logo, Power of the Force.
Those are the ones you're going after?
Well, I'm going after whatever I can get because it's like, it's such a big line. And it's a highly popular and sought after line. So, you know, and I used to have like pretty much all of the American stuff. I had the whole box deluxe figures. I had boxed and loose. I had all of the carded figures, Star Wars Empire, Jedi, and Power of the Force, carded and loose, and all the vehicles, and it was a lot of stuff I had. Yeah, but that's back when you could go out and pick up like a 12-back Luke mint on the card, and I mean unpunched, clear blister Luke for less than $100. You know, that ain't happening now. It's gotten out of hand with the pricing. So let's chip away a piece of this, a piece of that. I'm happy. I really thought I was going to work on finishing the large scale figures, but they actually don't come up as often as you think. And finding them complete is very difficult. Like these sitting out here are all complete. The loose ones, C3PO I guess doesn't count because he didn't come with anything. But they're all complete. And then there's the two boxed ones that are like basically unplayed with. But they don't pop up as often as you might think.
What about the reissues that they're coming out with? Are you interested in any of that?
Not really.
Like the anniversary and the commemorative, and now they got the Star Wars, the Black Series.
Yeah, I know, and they get the retro and all that. I'm not really interested in that. I want what I had. Okay,
so you want basically the original stuff all the way up to the cartoon?
Yeah, all the way up to the Saturday morning cartoons. Okay. But you know, the newer stuff, it looks okay. I'm not really that interested in it. I know, and even actually the Kenner 90s stuff that was coming out when they repopularized Star Wars and when the new trilogy was coming up, those figures are still pretty cheap if anybody wants those. But I want what was there when I was a kid. I didn't have very much at all when I was a kid, and when I did have, I got myself. And actually, there's a couple of hard-nosed stories in there. For at whatever time I find those figures, there's a handful in particular of Empire Strikes Back figures that I want, and I'll talk about that story then. Some people who have been longtime viewers, they kind of know it already from our live streams, but that are really important to me. But finding this stuff carded in decent shape, boxed in decent shape, it's getting so hard. It really is. But that's the case with most of this stuff because, again, we opened it. 95% of these were opened, and the ones that were opened, that 95%, few of those survived even in decent condition. So loose, complete, unplayed with is about as hard as finding it still boxed or carded too. So you just do what you can do, basically. And again, I thank you. I was not expecting that at all.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it for now.
All right.
To figure out where to put it, I guess I can just set it right there for the moment.
Okay.
JJ Arms will keep an eye on it.
All right.